Hello, everyone. So here I am again with another lecture of mine, and this is again on special type of contracts. And under this particular head, we are going to cover a major topic, that is contracts of agency. This is a very important topic when we talk about when we talk about special type of contracts. And contracts of agency, basically they talk about the contracts between the principal and agent. Who is the principal? Principal is the real owner of the goods, or the manufacturer of the goods, or whatever. And the agent basically just acts on behalf of the principal, and for doing this particular work the agent gets a certain type of remuneration which is called as commission. And this is a bit of lengthy topic, but quite interesting, and something that can be associated with our day-to-day life. Wishing you happy learning. Now, we'll start with the introduction first. The laws relating to principal and agent are discussed in sections 182 to 238. Agency is relationship between two parties created by an agreement, and it can be created by either an express agreement, means by using words, or implied, that is, even without using words we can enter into a contract of agency. The relationship of agency arises whenever one person, called the agent, has an authority to act on behalf of another, called the principal. So when does the agent relationship of agency begin? It begins when one person derives the authority to act on behalf of another. So this one person who is getting the authority is the agent, and the person on whose behalf he is going to act is called as the principal. So in simple words, agent is nothing but a connecting link between the principal and the buyer or the customer. Definition: an agent is a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealings with third parties. The person for whom such act is done, or who is so represented, is called the principal. This is given under section 182 of the Indian Contract Act of 1872. The various rules regarding agency are: there should be appointment by the principal of an agent, means the agent should be appointed by the principal. Then the principal should confer authority on the agent to act for him. The principal has to give some kind of authority to the agent so that the agent can act on behalf of the principal. The object of an appointment must be to establish relationship between principal and third parties. So what is the reason for creation of this relationship of agency? Just one reason, that is establishing contact between whom? Between the principal and third parties. Whatever the principal can do himself can do through an agent. Whatever the principal would be doing himself will now be doing it through his agent. The acts of the agent are the acts of the principal. This is a very important point. Whatever the agent would be doing would be considered as the act of the principal. It is for this reason that the principal has to be very cautious while appointing someone as an agent. क्योंकि यदि एजेंट ने कुछ भी गड़बड़ कर दिया तो अल्टीमेट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आएगी प्रिंसिपल के ऊपर. तो एजेंट कोई ऐसा ही रिस्पॉन्सिबल पर्सन को बनाना चाहिए जिससे प्रिंसिपल का कहीं भी नाम खराब ना हो. The relationship of agency being based on confidence between the principal and agent, no consideration is necessary. Well, law says consideration नहीं होना चाहिए, मतलब सिर्फ ट्रस्ट एंड कॉन्फिडेंस है प्रिंसिपल को एजेंट के ऊपर, तो एजेंट प्रिंसिपल के लिए काम कर रहा है. पर टेक्निकल या प्रैक्टिकल सेंस में nobody would be working like this. So there is some sort of consideration whenever this type of relationship is created. There is distinction between agent and bailee. We need to understand that. First is on the basis of authority. An agent is appointed to represent the principal, whereas a bailee has no power either to represent the principal or to act on his behalf. Bailee क्या है? Bailey is just like a caretaker or a person who has received possession of goods for a purpose. He's not going to act on behalf of anyone. The basis. Possession of goods is not necessary for the relationship of agency, but for a relationship of for a contract of bailment, the possession of goods is a very important point. Liability. The principal is liable for the acts of the agent, but a bailior is not liable for the acts of the bailee. Creation of agency is the next topic. Creation of agency means how does the contract of agency come into existence? The relationship of agency can come into existence in two ways. First is express agency, and the other is implied agency. Express, as you all know, using words, whatever agents we are seeing around us. There are so many people who are having car dealerships or who are having dealerships of two-wheelers. Then Samsung का अगर agency है, किसी के पास LG का agency है. What are they? These agencies are created on a formal note through some proper documentation. They are an example of express agency. Next is implied agency. Implied agency is created without using words. One is agency by estoppel, second way is agency by holding out, and third is agency by necessity. Now let me explain all these three types of agencies with the help of an example. Agency by estoppel. Agency by estoppel means, uh, uh, say for example, if I'm a manufacturer of books, and all of us, say me, I'm sitting in a hall with for a party with say 100 of my friends, like in a gathering of 100 people, and in this gathering, one friend of mine, say X, he just stands up and he says that he is my agent. So when this person is making this sort of announcement, being a responsible person, it is my duty to make it clear then and there कि ये मेरा एजेंट नहीं है, मैं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, ऐसे ही बोल रहा है. But at that particular moment, I keep quiet. So when I keep quiet, it is but natural for the people in that particular crowd to believe that X is my agent. So here, agency by estoppel is created. So how is agency by estoppel created? When the principal stays quiet when one person is making any kind of wrong statement. Next is agency by holding out. In the first case, principal is silent, so agency is created. In the second case, principal is acting in such a way, he's making others believe that this particular person is his or her agent. Say, for example, we have a habit of sending our servants to a nearby store and asking them to get things again and again. Kabhi bread le aao, kabhi butter le aao, kabhi get some masalas for us. And then normally these kirana stores nearby, they maintain our accounts. So they just keep writing and it is understood कि ये particular servant आया है, ये इनका है और ये इनके behalf पे सामान लेके जा रहा है. So here, no such authority has been given to this particular servant, or no such instruction has been given to the nearby kirana store. But our actions are such which is making the other person believe that a particular person is our agent. तो यदि हम वो सर्वेंट को कभी अचानक घर से काम से निकाल देते हैं, so when that servant stops working and still that servant goes to that particular store and buys certain commodities, naturally that person would believe कि वो हमारे लिए ही लेने आया है. And if that happens and that person does not make the payment, we would be liable to make the payment. The reason being, we have acted in such a way that the third party is believing that a particular person is our agent. This is an example of agency by holding out. Next is agency by necessity. Many a times what happens that a person is not an agent, but the situation is such whereby the person has to act as an agent. Say for example, if a truck driver is carrying fishes, which is a perishable item, from a particular destination to another destination, which is 600 kilometers away from A to B, from point A to point B. Midway, if that truck meets with an accident, and it is not that easy for this particular person, for the driver, to see that the goods can be delivered to destination B on the appropriate time. And if that cannot happen, क्या होगा? Fishes तो वहीं के वहीं खराब हो जाएगी, उसकी value zero हो जाएगी. तो ट्रक ड्राइवर वहीं पर जो कीमत मिलेगी उसमें वो उन फिशेस को बेच देगा. So when the truck driver is acting in such a way, relationship of agency is created between the owner of the fishes and the truck driver. So this is not agency by choice, this is agency by necessity. Then comes kinds of agents. There are 6 types of agents. First is a special agent. You just have to remember a special agent is appointed for a special job. Once that special job or that particular work is over, relationship of agency is over. Say for example, if I have this mobile and it is quite old, I know that you have got good contacts. I want you to sell this mobile for me. So I say कि ये मोबाइल को आप 10,000 रुपए में बेच दो. You just find out a prospective customer. आप ये मोबाइल मेरा 10,000 रुपए बिकवा देते हो. बस मोबाइल बिक गया, पैसा मुझे मिल गया. आपको यदि मुझे कुछ कमीशन देनी है तो मैं दे दूंगी. जहाँ ये काम खत्म, हमारा रिलेशनशिप ऑफ एजेंसी भी खत्म. This is an example of special agent. Next comes general agent. General agent will do general kind of work which is done by the principal. जो basic चीजें जो principal जो करता है, सारी चीजें नहीं, कुछ बेसिक चीजें ही जो है वो प्रिंसिपल जो के बिहाफ पर एजेंट करेगा. से फॉर एग्जांपल टाटा की बहुत सारी चीजें आती है, टाटा की व्हीकल्स भी आती है, टाटा का नमक भी आता है, टाटा की ज्वेलरी भी आती है, टाटा की वॉच भी आती है. सो इफ अ पर्सन इज जस्ट डीलिंग इन टाटा की ज्वेलरी, तनिष्क का शोरूम, तो दैट पर्सन वुड बी कॉल्ड एज अ जनरल एजेंट. But a universal agent would be one who would be doing everything that the principal is doing. वो प्रिंसिपल जो कुछ भी मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहा है, यदि वो सब कुछ बेच रहा है, in that case a person would be called as a universal agent. Next is a mercantile agent who is working as an agent only for the mercantile transactions or the business transactions. इसमें 3 कैटेगरीज होती है: ब्रोकर, फैक्टर, ऑक्शनियर. Broker is just a connecting link between the principal and the third party. जहाँ link establish होता है, उसका काम खत्म हो जाता है. Next is a factor. Factor is a person who will always have the possession of goods. Broker बनने के लिए आपको possession की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर factor हो तो आपको possession रखना पड़ेगा. अगर आप factor हो and if you are trying to sell something on behalf of the principal, it is very important for you to have the possession of those particular goods. Next is an auctioneer. Auctioneer का काम होता है to sell the goods to the highest bidder. जो जितना ज़्यादा bidding करेगा उसको ही वो सामान बेचा जाएगा. But here there is a rule कि auctioneer can sell the goods only on cash. अगर cash नहीं है तो he can accept a check, but he cannot accept a bill of exchange or a promissory note. Next is a commission agent who is into this contract of agency only for commission. They are del credere agents and bankers. Del credere agents are those agents who would do some work, who would do extra work for extra commission. And bankers are basically acting as agents of their clients. Whenever we give instructions to the banks to pay certain installments on our behalf, or to pay certain premiums on our behalf, or to collect some amount on our behalf, we are basically giving directions to the banks to act as our agent. And naturally, for doing this particular work, the bank is going to charge some sort of commission from the customers. Next is non-mercantile agents, who are actually acting like agents, but they are not for these mercantile transactions. इसमें है estate or property agents, most common form of agents. Estate or property agents, basically they help in buying or selling of properties or letting out of properties. Their rates are fixed. Whenever they are into letting out of properties, 15 days of rent is their commission from the seller, from the owner as well as the tenant, and 2% in as far as the sale of the property is concerned. Wife could also act as an agent for her husband's property. And lawyers, whenever the lawyers, they are defending us in the court, they are basically acting as agents of their clients. Whatever the client should be expressing himself or herself are expressing it through their lawyers. Next comes duties of an agent. What are the duties of an agent? To conduct principal's business according to his directions. That is, the agent has to carry on the business of the principal as per the directions given by the principals. He has to conduct the business of the principal with reasonable skill. जैसे वो अपना बिजनेस चलाने के लिए अपना दिमाग और अपनी स्किल्स को यूज करेगा, वैसे ही उसको अपने प्रिंसिपल के बिजनेस को भी चलाने के लिए अपने स्किल्स को और दिमाग को यूज करना है. To render proper accounts to his principal on demand. Whenever the principal demands the accounts books, it is the duty of the agent to render these books to the principal. To communicate and obtain instructions in case of difficulty. Whenever there is any kind of difficulty while conducting the business of the principal, it is the duty of the agent to to first of all to inform the principal about the difficulty and to take reasonable instructions to deal with this difficulty. Not to deal on his own account. An agent cannot deal on his own account. He has to accept all the payments only on the account of the principal. Not to make any secret profits. Secret profits means suppose that the principal has given directions to the agent to sell the goods at a particular price. Say for example, if I have appointed somebody as an agent to sell pens on my behalf. मैंने कहा ये पेन को आपको 10 रुपए में बेचना है, 10 से ज़्यादा में नहीं बेचना है. बट अब एजेंट को लग रहा है कि प्रॉफिट ज़्यादा कैसे कमाया जाए, वो उसको 10 की जगह 12 रुपए में बेच देता है और 2 रुपए अपनी पॉकेट में डाल लेता है. If he's doing that, he's earning secret profits, and it is not the right thing for an agent to do. To account for the money received for the principal, the agent has to give proper accounts to the principal for whatever money he has received on behalf of the principal, and he has to hand over that amount to the principal. Liability for misrepresentation or fraud. अगर प्रिंसिपल के बिहाफ पे सामान बेचने के लिए एजेंट कहीं झूठ बोल रहा है या कहीं कुछ झूठे रिप्रेजेंटेशन दे रहा है, देन इफ ही हैज बीन इंस्ट्रक्टेड बाय द प्रिंसिपल टू डू सो, अगर प्रिंसिपल ने कहा है कि आप झूठ बोलो पर सामान बेचो, तो जो भी फ्रॉड की या मिसरिप्रेजेंटेशन की लायबिलिटी होगी, प्रिंसिपल वुड बी हेल्ड लायबल. बट इफ द एजेंट इज डूइंग इट हिमसेल्फ, देन ही वुड बी लायबल हिमसेल्फ फॉर द सेम. नॉट टू डेलीगेट अथॉरिटी. यदि प्रिंसिपल ने एजेंट को अपॉइंट किया अपने बिहाफ पे काम करने के लिए, then that work is to be done by the agent himself. He cannot delegate his authority without the permission of the principal. वो प्रिंसिपल से बिना पूछे ये किसी और से ये काम नहीं करवा सकता. He has to do it himself. Liability for the acts of the sub agent. यदि एजेंट ने अपने अंडर में एक सब एजेंट को अपॉइंट किया है, देन उसकी जो भी एक्टिविटीज होगी उसकी लायबिलिटी एजेंट की होगी. Remember one thing, that a sub-agent is appointed by the agent and the agent acts as a principal for the sub-agent, whereas the substituted agent is actually just named by the agent, but he works under the principal. Not to use information obtained in the course of the agency against the principal. It is but natural that when the agent would be working on behalf of the principal, he would get to know a lot of business secrets. He would get to know a lot of information. So being a responsible person and being an ethical person, the agent should not be leaking out this information once he puts an end to his relationship of agency or even during the course of the business. Rights of an agent. What are the rights of an agent? Number one, right of retainer. The agent has a right of retainer. Retainer, he will keep the, he will retain the possession of goods जब तक उसके सारे dues clear नहीं हो जाते. Right to receive remuneration. The agent has a right to receive the remuneration which has been promised by the principal. Right of lien. Right of lien means he will retain the possession. Sorry, but I just made a mistake. Right of retainer is to retain the sums. जो भी पैसे उसको मिले हैं on behalf of the principal, वो तब तक उन पैसों को अपने पास रखेगा जब तक उसके खुद के ड्यूज क्लियर नहीं कर देता प्रिंसिपल. And right of lien में he will retain the possession of goods until and unless the principal does not clear the dues of the agent. Right of indemnity means अगर एजेंसी का रिलेशनशिप कंटिन्यू करते करते if the agent is suffering any kind of loss, then he has a right to recover this loss from the principal. Right to compensation for injury caused due to negligence of the principal. अगर एजेंट को, if the agent suffers from any kind of injury while carrying on with the relationship of agency, then he has a right to receive compensation from the principal. Right to appoint sub-agent or substituted agent. The agent has a right to appoint sub-agent or name a substituted agent. Right to compensation for premature revocation of agency. Premature revocation matlab taking back before time. Say for example, if I have appointed X as my agent for a period of 3 years, और 2 साल के बाद मैं कहती हूँ do not want to continue with you, I want to take back my agency. यदि मैंने ऐसा कहा मतलब कि I am going in for premature revocation of agency. So अगर agent अगर ये प्रिंसिपल प्रीमेच्योर रेवोकेशन कर रहा है और उसके कारण एजेंट को कोई भी नुकसान हो रहा है, then the agent has a right to receive compensation from the principal for premature revocation of agency. Termination of agency means how does the relationship or the contract of agency come to an end? It can come to an end by two ways. First is by act of parties, means the parties are doing something because of which the relationship of agency comes to an end, and the other is by operation of law, means law is making it impossible for the principal and agent to continue with their relationship. Now let's move on to the first one, that is by act of parties. By act of parties में how can relationship of agency come to an end? First is by agreement. Agency comes into existence by agreement. हम एक agreement करते हैं और किसी न किसी person को अपना agent बनाते हैं, तो हम agreement से ही अपना relationship को खत्म भी कर सकते हैं. Next is by revocation by the principal. मतलब principal अगर time से पहले अपनी agency को वापस ले रहा है, तो भी because of act of parties agency will come to an end. By revocation by the agent. समय से पहले एजेंट खुद ही कह दे रहा है मुझे आपका काम नहीं करना. सो इट इज पुटिंग एन एंड टू द रिलेशनशिप ऑफ एजेंसी बाय द एक्ट ऑफ पार्टीज बाय रेवोकेशन बाय द एजेंट. नेक्स्ट इज बाय ऑपरेशन ऑफ लॉ, मींस लॉ के कारण ही अब एजेंसी का रिलेशनशिप कंटिन्यू नहीं किया जा सकता. तो इसमें है पहला बाय परफॉर्मेंस. से फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू आर अ स्पेशल एजेंट, मैंने आपको मोबाइल का एग्जाम्पल दिया था, मैंने आपको कहा मेरा मोबाइल बिकवा दो 10,000 रुपये में, तो मेरा मोबाइल बिक गया, आपने मुझे पैसे दे दिए, परफॉर्मेंस हो गया, रिलेशनशिप ऑफ एजेंसी खत्म हो गया. बाय एक्सपायरी ऑफ टाइम, मैंने आपको एजेंट बनाया 3 साल के लिए, 3 साल का पीरियड खत्म हो गया, रिलेशनशिप ऑफ एजेंसी भी खत्म हो जाएगा. बाय डेथ और इंसैनिटी ऑफ आइदर द प्रिंसिपल और एजेंट, आइदर बाय द प्रिंसिपल डाइज और द एजेंट डाइज, किसी भी एक की डेथ से या उनका mental balance गड़बड़ होने से relationship of agency will come to an end. By insolvency of the principal. Insolvency means the person is not in a position to pay off his or her debts. So if the principal becomes insolvent, naturally उसका business भी बंद हो जाएगा, business बंद हो जाएगा तो relationship of agency भी खत्म हो जाएगा. By dissolution of the company, जिस कंपनी को हमने बनाया, जिसकी एजेंसी हमने दूसरे लोगों को दी, वो कंपनी ही नहीं रही तो एजेंसी कहाँ से रहेगी. By destruction of the subject matter, मैंने आपको इसलिए हमेशा की एग्जांपल लेने को कहा है, car getting burnt which is parked in the garage. Say for example, अगर मैंने आपको एजेंट अपॉइंट किया कि मेरी कार बेच कर आ जाओ और गराज में आग लग जाए और कार ही न रहे, so as a subject matter does not exist, the relationship of agency will also not exist. By principal or agent becoming alien enemy, suppose principal इंडिया में है, एजेंट पाकिस्तान में है, और अब these two countries are in a war with each other. So as the war is going, that agent will become our alien enemy, and because of that, we cannot continue with this particular contract. That will be all for this particular topic. The questions which can be framed on this is, what is a relationship of agency? How is it created? What are the rights and duties of an agent? एंड जब आप ये लिखोगे तो आप इसमें टाइप्स ऑफ एजेंट्स भी एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो, ताकि आपका आंसर का कंटेंट बहुत अच्छा हो जाए और आंसर बहुत ही सिस्टमैटिक लगे. That will be all for this. In case if you have any queries, please feel free to contact me on my mail ID mitashah300@yahoo.com.